Ding, spoon, a-dee-ka-dee, skiddy-pa-doo. Yay, bar scare, door scare, burp, mork, mork, mork.
All right, welcome to another edition of Cooking with Tripwire. Over here, we're going to be making something kind of quick, kind of fast. As you can see, I'm in Holiday Inn, and when I'm in the hotel rooms, I try to think like maybe there's a microwave, maybe there's no microwave. So I try to think no microwave, and we just make stuff up on the fly. I've never made this before, but I do have an idea. And that's where good dishes come from. Ideas. We got ourselves some seaweed snack over here. Everybody's favorite Vienna sausage. Okay, maybe not everybody's favorite. I like it. We got some cheese soup over here, broccoli and cheese. And we have some tuna creations, ranch flavor. Okay, broccoli, cheese, and ranch flavor. This is going to be very, very interesting. But it's also going to be very quick, so it's going to be a short video. But anyhow, I need to shut up because we need to start draining some stuff. We're going to drain these, and I've never had this before, so I don't know if there's any liquid in here, but if there is, we're going to have to try to drain that too. But let's get started. All right, basically the first thing that we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to drain this. We're going to get all the goop off of it. So we're just going to crack it open. With one hand, you want to hold this and then dump all the crap in the sink. Get it washed down. Problem is a lot of this goop still sticks to the meat. Yuck. So we're just throw some water over it. Shake it up a little bit. Do this a couple of times. I'm going to have to kind of dry them maybe. That's two. Now, number three. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your weenies. Anyhow, so there we got that. Now I'm going to take these out and we're going to go dry them over at the little table over there. Well, fortunately, I did bring a towel because I don't have any paper towel. I don't know what they have here, but yeah, we're going to pop these up on here like that. Boom, there they go. Yeah, all stuck together. Swish like that. Oh, almost lost my wiener. So what I'm going to do is we're going to dry these off a bit, get off the excess water. Like that and that and that. And what's been bugging me all week or last weekend, I forgot to bring a knife. But we have a fork and these are soft. We lucked out. Okay. You don't have a fork? Fine. Or you don't have a knife? Just use the backward fork. That'll work. I'm just going to try to cut these in half or into smaller pieces. And it's going to look like crap. But then again, we're in a hotel. We're feeding ourselves, so presentation is definitely not a must. So we're just going to break these up in smaller pieces all the way across. Like that. Boom. Like that. Boom. And we're going all the way down. I got three more. Then we're going to arrange them onto the plate. So let me finish these off here and we will get the plate set up. Okay, like I said earlier, I've never had this before. I never ever bought one of these. And there is water in there. It's definitely wet. And we really don't have much of a choice. We're not going to be able to get the wet out. So we're just going to have to do with it the way it is. So we're going to get back to planing and everything. So hopefully this works out. Again, the ingredients that I'm using are just stuff that I pick up at like dollar stores and stuff like that. Really small, cheap, ineffective stuff. Change your ingredients if you guys want to try any of this. If you don't like the seaweed snacks, come up with something different. But anyhow, I'm going to get these plated up two different ways. Number one, microwavable. Number two, not microwavable. So let me get these plated up. We'll see what's up. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to scoop the contents out of this, what's this? Tuna. I take some tuna, throw it over on top of the seaweed. More tuna on top of the seaweed over here. Like, you can spread it out if you want, or you just leave them in clumps like that, I guess. But yeah, it is kind of mushy. And I cannot believe I didn't pack any silverware. Believe it or not, I had to stop at a store and pick up at least plastic spoons and forks. Normally I always have some. So next time you guys are traveling, always throw silverware, plastic silverware in your carry-along. Anyhow, we don't want to waste anything, so we're just going to take the whole thing out and we'll just pop it on top of here. I hate wasting food. That's my biggest pet peeve in the entire world. If you were ever homeless, you would understand. Anyhow, like that, and like, it escaped from me. That's all right. There we go. So we got that set. Now, like I said, we got some Vienna sausage. We're going to take that and we're going to set these like right on top. You can place it anywhere you want, really. Again, just kind of like a poor man's surf and turf. Because this was a pig at one time, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm just going to line it up like this. Again, you can arrange it any way you want it. I'm just making this up on the fly. Because I am hungry. I love food. And I'll put that on like that. Again, we're doing microwavable and non-microwavable. We got more wieners than we have seaweed. That's all right. Not a problem. When you're hungry, you're not gonna worry about it too much. You're just gonna eat. Whatever's in front of you. And that's over here. Boom, just like that. Usually we got that fitted up right there. Now the fun part. Okay, I'm gonna do that really quick. Now the fun part. Here's our sauce. I know it says soup, but right now today, condensed soup is now our broccoli and cheese sauce. Anyhow, like I said, I'm doing one warmed up, one not. So what we're gonna do is like this. I'm just gonna open this up like this. Top it like that. Condensed soup, cheap, always handy. Always comes in handy. We're gonna need ourselves another spoon over here. All right, we got soup open over here. We need a spoon, handy dandy spoon. And what we're gonna do, like just treat it kind of like as a sauce. In a sense, it's gonna be kind of on the thick side, of course. If you want to add water and thin it out, go right ahead. A lot of people do that. When any type of sauces that they use, people definitely do that. Me, no, I do not add water when I'm using soup as a sauce. The main reason why, in my personal opinion only, you kill the flavor of the sauce or whatever you're making. You literally kill it. You dilute it. It's not as strong or as potent as it should be without the water. And I like stuff that is super strong personally. I like the more flavor, the better. Water dilutes it. Yeah, it's easier to work with, but yeah, it takes away from the flavor. Another reason why you don't see me, I almost never use salt and pepper. Because again, it takes away from the flavor of what the food is that you're making. I know a lot of people say it enhances it. Maybe on some dishes. I don't see it that way. And besides, you're not supposed to have a lot of soup in your diet anyhow. So, yeah, like I got the right to talk about a diet, right? Anyhow, so now here's the funny part. I don't want to waste any of the soup, but I don't want to put too much on there. Fortunately, we do have a microwave. You don't put metal in a microwave right off the rip. So I'm looking around the whole little room I have here. And sure enough, they got these little cups over here. I'm going to be making some tea. So, yeah, they got these cups over here. The downfall is it does not say whether it's microwavable or not. They got all the ink in the world and all the time and the energy to tell me that this is from recycling. Yay, okay, you made it out of recycling. Congratulations. What you should tell me is whether this cup is microwavable or not. We're going to try it. We're going to put it in the microwave. If the place burns down, you don't know me. I was with you the whole time, okay? Come up with a cover story. I was with him the whole time. Yeah, so we're going to try this. Hopefully it does not burn the place down because I am not wasting this. And I would like to have some hot soup right about now, to be honest. Alrighty, here we go. We're going to give this a shot. Something tells me it's going to catch fire. Well, we'll see. Right now, we're going to do this for a minute. Yes, we're going to watch this. And it's still better than watching some of the programs on television. I would literally rather watch this than half of 3/4 of the stuff on cable. I'd rather watch this. So far, so good. I don't see any open flames. Did you ever do that? Did you ever burn anything in the microwave to the point where it caught fire? I did. First time I used a microwave. Tried to warm up an egg roll. I used one of the bags that had a metal lining in it. Ooh, that was really cool to look at. Like 4th of July in my house. Learned really quick. Don't do that. We're getting there. We're getting there. Must see TV, ladies and gentlemen. Holiday Inn. The cup as the cup turns. New soap opera. 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! But it didn't catch fire, so I'm extremely happy. All right. While we're here, we're going to try the dish cold and see if it tastes good or not. I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, I've never done this before. But yeah, I can tell you right now, the first mistake that we made is the seaweed. Because it's not cutting at all. But then again, I also don't have a knife. I'm using fork, which is not really good. There's normally, Not really doing the whole job. Let me turn it over. There we go. If you don't have a knife, use the other side of a fork, I guess, and just rip and tear into it. See, yeah, because it may not look fancy, and it doesn't look fancy when it leaves your body either, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, and cheers. Let's see how this tastes cold. Right off the rip. I should have cut these into smaller pieces. Note to self. It'll keep you alive. The flavors are really, really interesting. I'll say that. Again, this is just something I came up with the top of my head. Maybe it'll taste better when it's warm. I think we're gonna try it warm. Yeah, cold. This sucks. But again, when you get like a motel room or a hotel room, they almost always have microwaves. You always run across this chance that they don't have a microwave. So, like I said, this will keep you alive. It's not absolutely horrible. I've had worse, but up next we're going to warm it up. Maybe warming it up will taste better. All right, I don't remember the last time I actually done this. It's got to be at least a couple years. I'm actually going to have some tea. Normally, tea is not coffee, and I live off of coffee, and that's what I've been drinking mostly. But I have not had tea in half of forever, so we're also going to be trying this English breakfast tea. It's a black tea, too. All right, the moment of truth. Does it taste better warm? Because it didn't taste that good cold. So anyhow, I want to make sure I get some tuna up on here. Oops, I'm looking at my food and not the camera. Test this out. I'm going to say yes. If you guys are going to make this dish, definitely warm it up. It tastes so much better when it's warm. I do dig this when it's warm. So, yeah, like I said, this is something I throw together off the top of my head. Cooking with Tripwire is usually experimental cooking, and boom, there you go. And for dessert, we got some Cadbury eggs. We got some stuffed cheese. No, not cheese. Peanut butter stuffed pretzels. We got a soup that's sitting right over there. And you know what? I have not tried the tea yet. So we're going to try the tea, see if it's any good. I can tell you that it's very hot. And this is the end of the show. I thank you guys very much for watching. Do me a favor, like, subscribe, keep the hunt alive, and we'll see you next time. Later.
There's